Trojans.
Proud partner of the USC Trojans. Stay tuned for the USC Football Wrap-Up Show presented by Modelo, the fighting spirit of the USC Trojans. Jason Schwartz and Sua Cravens will talk all things USC football. Take your phone calls and more.
Right here on the ESPN LA USC Trojan Media Network. Presented by Pechanga Resort Casino.
If your day sounds like
we need the report ASAP,
you deserve Modelo. If you've persevered through, you deserve this rich golden lager with a crisp but refreshing taste. Or if you overcame,
2 more reps, 2 more.
You deserve this ice-cold reward. Modelo, the Remarkable Fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
When you share your food, you share your heart. So what's on your table this holiday season? Save on your festive feast at Ralph's with delicious deals on all the holiday classics. Or wow the crowd with something new, like a quinoa stuffed butternut squash. It's sure to add a pop of color to your spread. How about a sweet potato casserole with a crunchy oat streusel topping, made with care for the sweet tooth and the savory tooth? With Ralph's, fill your table with love and watch as your guests' hearts get as full as their bellies. Ralph's, fresh for everyone.
Now, 2 Pigeons and Coach Prime bemoaning the fact you can stream DirecTV satellite-free.
These humans get the biggest college football games on DirecTV, and we don't even get a satellite dish.
Enough squawking.
It's Coach Prime.
Bring it in. Sure, they can get all that college football without a dish, but you still got your passion, your drive, your resolve, your
incredible career as a football icon?
No, that's me.
Stream the biggest college football games. No satellite dish. Visit DirecTV.com.
For a USC touchdown.
It's time for the USC Football Wrap-Up Show presented by Modelo,
The fighting spirit of the USC Trojans.
We will break down the game, hear some highlights, and take your calls.
USC football is a final, and we wrap it up right now.
Here are your hosts, Jason Schwartz and Sua Cravens.
All right. A W for the Trojans on homecoming Saturday. USC beats Nebraska 28-20. Welcome to Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. Jason Schwartz, Sua Cravens with you here. We'll be taking your calls, 866-961-ESPN, 866-961-3776. I can feel it. I feel the energy, feel the excitement, I feel the positivity, Sua.
Yeah,
a W for the Trojans. They hold on. USC now 5-5 on the season, and bowl eligibility in sight. And you know what? I didn't care about how it got done today. I just want that W because I want that bowl game, Sua.
I know. You've been talking about it pretty often for the last few weeks. We're going to get it. Don't worry. We're going to beat UCLA, and we'll be bowl eligible after next week.
Not Notre. What about Notre Dame?
We're worried about next week. That's the next game. What's ahead of us, that doesn't matter. Right now, UCLA.
Well, big week coming up, UCLA week, and big win for the Trojans today. Again, 28-20 over Nebraska. USC's 5-5, 3-5 in conference play. Nebraska falls to 5-5. They are 2-5 in Big Ten play. A lot to talk about in this one. Jaden Mayava getting the start coming off the bye week, so he's the starter moving forward. And we'll talk about his performance today. 3 touchdowns, did have an interception and a fumble, some first game jitters maybe there, but did make some plays both in the air and with his feet. Woody Marks continues to be the MVP of this team this season. In fact, today reached 1,000 yards rushing for the season. The first USC running back with a 1,000-yard season since 2017.
Rojo?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, but I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't put him on the spot. But
USC scholar when it comes to football. I actually got Jordan's question right today of Guess That Trojan. Just took one hit. Got it.
What was it?
It was, he is undefeated. He is 9-0 against top 25 opponents. That was a quarterback. He's a quarterback that's 9-0 against top 25 opponents.
9-0 against top 25 opponents.
And actually, he gave me 2 hints. He said it was No, actually, he didn't give me another hint. I said John David Booty, and he was like, yeah, you got it. So,
my boy.
Yes, sir.
John David Booty. I was thinking earlier today, this was the first time the last time Nebraska played SC at the Coliseum was my freshman year. And ESPN Game Day, College Game Day was there. And I went with a bunch of friends.
At Nebraska?
No, at SC. We painted, we like a bunch of us painted our chests. It was like my freshman year. Nice booty. I was the eye. I was the eye and nice booty. That was the John David Booty era. Good call back there. We were talking about him earlier this year too when SC played Michigan because he was the last SC quarterback to beat Michigan.
Yeah.
All right. Well, again, 28-20 the final. SC over Nebraska. Sua, first thoughts overall on what we saw today.
Kind of the same. What we're accustomed to seeing from USC at this point, but the one major change I saw is that we stayed with the run game. Woody, I think, got 20 touches today. Almost had 150 on the ground, so that was nice to see. And then RPOs for the first time, like we can run real RPOs because Jaden is a mobile quarterback, and he scored on one of them, so that was nice to see.
Woody, 19 for 146, 7.7 yards per carry. No touchdowns for Woody Marks today, but we saw Jaden Mayava go 25 of 35 for 259. He had 3 touchdowns in the air, 1 on the ground. And some nice performances catching the football too. Zach Branch seemed more involved today than he had been. In fact, he got in the end zone. It was his first receiving touchdown of the season. Kyron Hudson, another circus catch for a touchdown, and Deuce Robinson had 90 yards through the air and a touchdown too.
Hey, everybody getting the ball. Playmakers making plays. A lot of sloppy ball played on both sides today.
That's what I was going to say is like when you were just giving your first thoughts. For me, my initial feeling and thought about this game, and I feel like maybe some SC fans out there might relate, is just kind of relief. I mean, SC, I was not that impressed with what I saw from Nebraska. I didn't think Raiola looked that impressive. And obviously the fact that they had the ball there at the end with a chance to get a touchdown and then have a 2-point conversion to tie the game. I mean, that makes you uncomfortable. Would love to see SC take a team like this Nebraska team and just
to the woodshed.
Take them to the woodshed on homecoming and beat them by 2 scores. And
especially with all that little pregame antics.
Yeah, not be tied at 14 at the half. And so, I mean, beggars can't be choosers. No, I don't think that's the right word there. But we can't.
We can't be. We're
that's not the right phrase. That's not the right
phrase.
No,
it is. We're begging for a bowl game.
I'm just saying. I'm not going to get greedy here. I'm going to be happy with the win.
You're not going to get greedy, Vance?
I'm relieved. I'm relieved. I'm going to be happy with the win for sure. But yeah, I feel like relief, and we can exhale, and it's something to build on here.
Woosah. We won a game that came down to the fourth quarter that we had the lead in yet again. Everything. Why do we keep doing this? Why do we keep getting to the fourth quarter and it's like, oh, here it goes again? And no offense, let's stop kicking field goals. I just think we should just go for it. Every fourth down when we're on the opponent's side of the 40 to 35, let's just go for it.
I'll tell you who feels like they should go for it is Nebraska fans right now, because they had that like fourth and in the first or second quarter, they had that like 4th and 1 from midfield. They punted it away. They had 2 drives pretty deep into SC territory that they ended up kicking field goals on. And I mean, you'd bet there at the end of the game, they were wishing that maybe they gave themselves one extra shot to keep those drives going and get in the end zone.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to play smart. And I saw Nebraska, their defense was playing well, so they're like, all right, we'll get another chance. We'll get the ball back. Yeah. It's just that their offense wasn't really doing anything today. We spotted them 7 points.
And that's why I thought, I was saying this to you when we were watching the end of the game here, but I just kind of thought that they were a little casual down the stretch with the way they were handling the clock. I thought that even with 3 minutes left, they had those 2 timeouts. It was like SC got it down to the 1st and goal, but they were still running the clock. I'm like, well, hey, they're either going to score or you're going to get the ball back. So like start stopping the clock here, because they had not been able to move the ball downfield at all. And then sure enough, I mean, that last drive, it's taken them 4 downs to get 10 yards each time, and then
they ate a timeout, like you said.
They ate a timeout. They're going back to Lincoln with a timeout that they cannot
use. They don't roll over. These are not minutes. This is not Boost Mobile. They do not roll over. So, yeah, no, I mean, Nebraska's offense didn't play well. I guess Dana, being the OC, didn't really change much. And are 5 stars anymore? Because I feel like all these quarterbacks get these 5-star stamps, and then when they get into the game, I know they're young, and I know it's like, oh, they're developing, but it's like being a 5-star should mean something. And I feel like we just throw it around frivolously. Oh, I said that right the first time. Frivolously.
He's a 5-star Patrick Mahomes impression, but
Cody is not a fan.
But outside of that,
Cody is not a fan.
It's a little odd, Do your own thing. I mean, be yourself. Hey, Trojan fans, how does a donut sound, huh? Celebrate every Trojan win and enjoy the sweet taste of victory with a free donut at Ralph's the day after the win. Download your digital coupon from the Ralph's app to score your free donut at any LA area Ralph's store. Been a minute since we got to enjoy some free donuts on Ralph's. I hope they're getting the bakeries ready around Southern California.
Free donuts, baby.
All right, just getting started here on Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. 866-961-3776 is our number, 866-961-ESPN. We'll take a break. We will come back with highlights from USC's 28-20 win over Nebraska on homecoming, and then we'll get to your calls. All coming up next here on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
In the game of savings, it's all about making the right moves. Whether you're just kicking off your financial journey or already making big plays, USC Credit Union is here to help you come out on top. With high rates across savings and checking accounts, CDs, money markets, and IRAs, your money will grow faster and stronger. Plus, with our wealth management services, you'll have an expert coach guiding you at every stage of your investment journey. Make your money move up. Visit usccreditunion.org to get started. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Love staying ahead of the game with the latest tech? Meet Helium Mobile, the first phone carrier powered by the people. Experience coverage from the nation's largest 5G network and a network built by people like you. For just $20 a month, get unlimited talk, text, and data. Plus, earn crypto for contributing to the network, which you can use to pay your phone plan. Whether you're a USC Trojans fan, student, employee, or just trying to save a buck on your phone bill, Helium Mobile is for you. Make the switch today at HelloHelium.com. Fight on!
No matter what you're looking for in a non-alcoholic beer, there's only one name that has it all. Athletic Brewing Co. Full flavor? It's athletic. Huge variety? It's athletic. Award-winning styles you can get online, at the bar, or the grocery store? It's athletic. In fact, when it comes to amazing non-alcoholic beer, there's no question. It's athletic. Ask for it and find out. Go to askforathletic.com to find your closest retailer today. Near Beer.
It's time to recharge, reconnect, and rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. And with your resort favorites back in action, there's all of the excitement and comfort you love with the peace of mind you can depend on. So whenever you're ready for a little rest, a little relaxation, and a lot of fun, we'll be here. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino today.
This is USC Nebraska on the all-new ESPN LA app and KNX 1070. News coverage continues on 97.1 FM. Fight on!
The Joint Chiropractic can help ease your pain and keep you moving. To learn more and to claim our $29 new patient special, visit thejoint.com today.
Sua Craven's Jason Schwartz with you here on Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo, wrapping up a win for the Trojans, 28-20 over Nebraska today at the Coliseum for homecoming. Trojans 5-5 and a win away from bowl eligibility with UCLA next week at the Rose Bowl, and then at home with Notre Dame to wrap up the regular season. 866-961-3776 is the number to call. Get in the queue to let us know what you thought about today's win, what you thought about Jaden Mayava, and what you thought about those fire throwbacks. If you know me, I love a good throwback, and SC, I mean, I just don't know why throwbacks are throwbacks. They should just be everyone's permanent jerseys. They look great. The end zones looked great. Those gold end zones. Love that pop. Like to see that again. We should keep that rolling for sure. All right, let's get into the highlights from today's game. I think we've given the voice of the Trojans, Pete Arbogast, plenty of time to get back to the car so he can listen. By the way, I appreciate you all listening, however you are listening, whether on the ESPN LA app or today in your cars on KNX 1070. I think the Lakers are on 710 tonight, so we are on KNX 1070. But pleasure to have you all with us, however you are joining us. All right, the highlights from today's game. Well, Jaden Maiava getting the start. His first, the little shaky in the beginning with that pick six to old friend Sierra Wright. But the Trojans offense would come right back to tie it up quickly. Jaden Maiava to Zach Branch.
Now Maiava throws this side. Zachariah Branch gets away. They miss the tackle, and he's in the end zone for a touchdown, USC. First touchdown pass as a Trojan for Jaden Maiava. Zachariah Branch with his first touchdown catch of this year, third of his career, and the Trojans an extra point away from tying it up.
Hey, Zach getting into the end zone, making plays as a receiver is a welcoming sight because we haven't seen it all year long. So I'm happy that it's been back-to-back weeks with Zach getting down the field and making plays.
Pretty crazy that today he picked up his first receiving touchdown of the season, is it not?
Yeah, when I heard that, I was like, what?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, Trojans tied it there at 7. They kept the offense rolling early in the second quarter. It was Jaden Maiava this time to Kyron Hudson making another circus catch.
Ford to the right side. Branch and Hudson this way, looking this way. Maiava throws for the end zone for Hudson, and it is in and out of his hands. Or did he come down with it? He did. He did. It was knocked away. It bounced up in the air, and he caught it the second time. Touchdown, Kyron Hudson, 12 yards, touchdown, USC. Quite the study of concentration for Kyron Hudson there.
I was standing right next to him in the end zone, and it felt like that ball was in the air forever, but he came down with it. And like I said, a lot of sloppy plays today, but that was not one of them. I will take that.
It was certainly sloppy on Nebraska's part. I thought they had a chance maybe to grab that. But, yeah, Kyron Hudson, tremendous concentration to come down with that. It was 14-7. Nebraska, though, they'd have a pretty nice drive, probably their best of the day to tie the game at 14. And then to end the first half, the defense came through a couple of times. First, an interception by Jalen Smith.
Cobb comes up to the line of scrimmage. Trojan secondary and Jalen Smith playing right up on top of the intended receivers. Raiola wants to throw far side. That's picked off. There's an interception. There's a turnover. Will it be a turnover and a victory at the 35-yard line? USC's got the ball. Jalen Smith, we've been calling his name all day long. And Smith, with his second interception of the season, gives the Trojans the ball and stops the Nebraska drive.
Jalen Smith, good having him back. He's been out a few weeks from injury, but we got our secondary back healthy, and Jalen made a play on the ball today. He's been playing well as the week's gone on. So want to see him get a little bit more aggressive in coverage, but nice play on the ball.
I love when it works out like that on a broadcast where you heard Pete, he just said Jalen Smith's name, like calling him out right before the snap, and then the pick goes to him. Unfortunately, that happened on the TV side. They were focusing on Sierra Wright right before the pick six, and that one wasn't as enjoyable, but always nice there for Pete when it worked out that way. All right, so the defense came up with another big play. Nebraska would get the ball back, and another big play by the defense, this time a sack from Elijah Hughes late in the first half.
Raiola, the freshman quarterback. Will the Trojans bring extra pressure? They haven't been getting to, they do, and Raiola is sacked. They sure did bring extra pressure. The sack. That is Elijah Hughes coming in for the right side, and the Trojans will call timeout again, I would assume, to stop the clock. They do with 1:42 left, and SC will get the ball back and probably have decent field position at the end of the half. Nice.
Hey, well, not used to seeing USC getting pressure on the quarterback, but I said in the tailgate show, I said we needed to get pressure on Raiola. He likes to throw the ball up when he's staring down the rifle or the barrel of the rifle because he doesn't like pressure, and he'll give us chances, and he did today.
It was 14-14 at the half. A lot of penalties in that first half. SC had 70 penalty yards in the first, which was already 5 short of their season high. So it's an ugly game that way. But game was tied at 14, and then in the third quarter, this was the smoothest, I think, play of the day from Jaden Mayava as he hit Deuce Robinson on a 48-yard touchdown pass.
Handoff, no. Mayava will drive it back and keep it and throw, and it's wide open. Deuce Robinson at the 20, 10, 5, touchdown USC. 3 touchdown passes for Jaden Mayava. Deuce Robinson gets this one, and the Trojans are back in front. How do you do?
Deuce is a matchup nightmare, and I've been saying all year long, I know he doesn't want to, but he should play tight end because that staircase route that he ran on this or the deep over, it's the linebacker's responsibility to pick that up, and the linebacker will never be fast enough or big enough to get into the passing window or to run with Deuce on that route. So we saw it today. They were in zone coverage when it happened. It was also a busted coverage, but telling you, Deuce, just think about it, man. You could have like 7 more of those if you just ponder on the topic.
That gave SC the lead. They were down 17-14. It made it 21-17. And then with SC up 21-20 late in the fourth quarter, they had that drive to, not quite put it away, but put them up by 8, and there was a huge Woody Marks run that set up the touchdown.
And need a half a yard for a first down to keep the drive alive. And Mayava late pitch to Marks, and he'll get the first and more. 35-30, 25 to the 20, tripped up from behind inside the 15-yard line. A veer option, would you believe it? And Woody Marks gives the Trojans a first down in the La Victoria red zone, and that's a big how do you do.
Hey, I don't like shotgun in 4th and inches situations ever, but because Mayava is a run threat, the option now is an option to use and use as a go-to for defenses because it forces D-ends and outside linebackers that may have leverage on the run to now be in no man's land, because if you play the pitch, Jaden can keep it and go get the first. And if you crash down on Jaden like we saw people do on Miller, he can pitch it out to Woody. And Woody, I thought he was going to score right there. He got on his horse.
Sometimes this year I've been watching this team play, and I watch Woody Marks run, and I think to myself, I just want to see what would happen just for fun if they just ran it with Woody Marks every single play. The guy averaged over 7.5 yards per carry today. Sometimes it just looks like, hey, do not put the ball in anybody else's hands, because they've just been so successful. They get chunks of yards every time he touches the ball. But down at the goal line late looking for a touchdown, it was Jaden Mayava who kept it himself to take it into the end zone for the final touchdown of the day for SC.
On a first and goal at the 2, it's Mayava. Will keep it, and into the end zone he goes for a touchdown USC. Jaden Mayava with 3 passing touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown for the first-time starter for USC. The redshirt sophomore has given the Trojans a 7-point lead with the extra point to come.
Hey, I don't mean to beat a dead horse, but the RPO works when your quarterback is an actual run pass option, when he has the option to run and use his legs and score. And Miller did it a few times in the red zone, but this play only works because of the skill set that Jaden maintains. And I think that if Jaden runs that 4th down play in Washington, the same exact one, might have a different outcome.
And those were the highlights from this afternoon's win for SC, 28-20 over Nebraska. Trojan fans, introducing Celaya Tequila, brought to you by USC football legends Matt and Ryan Khalil. Celebrate your story with a homegrown spirit, Celaya Tequila. All right, 866-961-ESPN. That's the number to call to get in the queue and chat with us about today's USC win, 866-961-3776. We'll take a break. Your phone calls when we come back on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
We're not just the Trojans, we're your Trojans. Coach Lincoln Riley here to let you know how to customize your Wells Fargo debit card or open an account today and show your Trojan pride with every purchase. Get started at wellsfargo.com/Trojans. Wells Fargo is proud to be the official retail bank of USC Athletics.
Copyright 2024 Wells Fargo Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
There's no place like the road home. Anticipation in every mile with presents wrapped and bags packed. The joy of the journey and the glow of your destination in the headlights. There's no feeling like it. Pedal down, volume up. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer during the Season of Audi sales event.
Tommy Trojan is at the 10, the 5, touchdown, USC!
Make big plays on the field and in life. With iTrust Capital, you can buy and sell crypto 24/7 with the tax benefits of a retirement account. That's right, invest in crypto with the tax advantages of an IRA. iTrust Capital is easy to use and has no sign-up fees. Don't be a Monday morning quarterback. Make big plays now. Visit itrustcapital.com/USC to start investing today. The official cryptocurrency platform of the USC Trojans. Taxes and conditions may apply. Fees apply. Cryptocurrencies are a speculative investment.
You sit in traffic now, but later, there's an ice cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, all your patience is paid out in gold. You remain calm through honks, bumper to bumper, and people yelling. Come on, move! You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
You're listening to USC football on the all-new ESPN LA app and KNX 1070. News coverage continues on 97.1 FM. Fight on!
SC fans, you getting hungry? It's always a good idea to order with Postmates. They have some of the best restaurants in town and are the only delivery app that drops the delivery fee and service fee on all eligible orders over $50. Terms apply. See app for details. Trojans wrap-up presented by Modelo, USC 28, Nebraska 20. The final score today at the Coliseum, homecoming at the Coliseum, and ended up being a good crowd and a good atmosphere. A lot of Nebraska fans, kind of tough to tell them apart a little bit, but they were in there. They were making noise, that's for sure.
I heard 21,000 Nebraska fans showed up today. At least that's what I was told.
Where do you get this information?
I'm not going to disclose my sources to you, but yes, I heard it was 21K deep.
Okay. Or are you just saying 21 because that's your number?
No, I'm saying that's what the number I was told. But I mean, can you blame them? Who doesn't want to escape Omaha, Nebraska this time of year? And
Lincoln,
no, Omaha, who cares? we beat them.
Stewart ready to take on the entire Cornhusker State.
Even a region that had nothing to do with it. Yeah.
Let's get Sierra Wright on. Let's hear what he thinks.
Oh, Sierra. Hey, heck of a game, Sierra.
What he thinks of Lincoln.
You had a heck of a game, Sierra. I'm not even going to hate on you, bro. You came back and stunning on your old team, but you got to be quicker than that. Wasn't enough.
866-961-ESPN is the number. 866-961-3776. You get to talk about a win today, SC 5-5, and a win away from bowl eligibility. And let's not waste any more time. We'll get to the phone calls, and we started off as we always do with Helen of Troy. Helen in Texas, welcome back to Trojans Wrap Up. How you doing today, Helen?
Hi, guys. Well, I've been a little frustrated. We're not getting the radio here, but that's a side note. I just kept it on the telephone, so that's how I was able to get it. And
old school.
Anyhow, I don't know what else to do. Anyway, it's nice to see. It's nice to see that. I love the New Jersey with celebrating the '72 championship and the paintings of the end zone. I thought that was really nice and cool.
Absolutely.
I think that kind of made it special. You know what I'm saying? I think we should do that more often. And Jaden got his first win on his first try. Yay for him. I hope he can keep on doing it. And I agree with Sua. It's nice to see him running, but he's a little bit overzealous sometimes with his big ball, far one. And so, because that's going to get picked off as other people watch his film. But I think he'll learn. He's young. And what about our guy Woody? even after he got hurt, he is such an overachiever, and I'm glad to hear that he hit over the 1,000 yards. That was terrific. And kudos to Deuce and Mackay. I know I'm leaving somebody out. Quentin, Zachariah, Kira. And we have the best receivers. I'll tell you. I just love watching them. And our defense actually came through by stopping the Nebraska run. A lot of people have not been able to do that this year because I've been watching Nebraska. But I'd still like to see more pressure and sacks when passing. I don't know why Line doesn't like sacks. I really wish they'd practice that more, but that's my thing. And it was really nice to see SC win the last minute, or should I say last seconds, instead of our opponents. And Jason, you better keep that Dodger hat on because we got to bring that bell back next week. Otherwise, I'm going to be really sick. I hate it being over there, and I think the Bell's unhappy being at USC. So.
I hate to break it to you, Helen. I'm not wearing the hat anymore.
Put the hat on.
I still have it, and I can bring it out. I can bring it out just for you. Who washes their hats?
Anybody that wears their hats constantly.
I've never washed a hat.
Oh God,
I've never washed. I wash my hair. I wash my hair, and that's good enough. You ruin the hat if you wash it. You can't ruin that. But Helen, I'll bring it out for you for next week if it'll make you feel better about the game.
We really need the good vibes. I mean, look what it did for the Dodgers. All we need to do is bring our bell back because it's real unhappy.
Yeah, but SC lost when I was wearing that hat, and they won today, and I wasn't. So I guess I got to find my lucky SC hat.
Well, what if you put SC on top of the Dodgers hat? So that'll give a double. I don't know.
I'll consider it.
I still think we should get some sage because I still think we're suffering from the voodoo curse. I think they're really coming after us.
Well, Helen, I'm just happy to hear you in high spirits.
Yeah, some life back in your voice.
Some
Helen.
life back in your voice. It's nice.
I am
it's nice. The old Helen that
we can hear the smile from here.
I could smell the cookies baking from here.
I was so depressed. I was saying to my husband, Bart, I can't stand this anymore. And he's still in Henderson helping our daughter, but I put him on. I said, call in, and he says, no. And I said, well, next week he'll be with me, so you'll be able to, he's a for real person.
Oh, I know. Well,
Anyway.
So hopefully next week he can give us a fight on. We'll get a fight on from Mr. Helen of Troy.
Yeah, I'm so happy, but I want to go in like the fourth quarter with 2, 3, 4 touchdowns ahead. I want to be like so far ahead that nobody can catch us.
Let's do it, Helen. You and me both. Thanks as always for the call, and look forward to chatting with you next week after we take the bell back.
Yes, and then we can paint it all red and gold again. Put the hat on, Jason. Put the hat on.
Helen of Troy, everybody. Thanks, Helen. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, it's nice to have the old Helen back, real chipper. I know her husband is happy to have his missus in a good mood on a Saturday night.
He's there in Henderson helping out with the granddaughter, and she's like, "No, I got to be in my lucky seat. I got to be back home in my lucky seat for the
I'm not
SC
going
game."
anywhere. Thanks for calling in, Helen.
Let's get to our next caller in just a sec. Before we do, let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves here on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
This is USC Nebraska on KNX Los Angeles. News coverage continues right now on 97.1 FM. Fight on!
All right, next caller here on Trojans Wrap-Up, presented by Modelo. Let's go to Orange County. We got John calling back. John, welcome back to the show.
Hey, guys. Obviously, great to get a win, but lucky as hell. I mean,
there was some luck.
There
was some luck today. That's okay.
Down to the last, even down to the last play that was a clear interference that they didn't call. Luckily.
Hey! Well, whose side are you on?
Well, that's what I'm saying. But and then the pass play when Maeva gets sacked. or gets his arm hit, and somehow I think Lemon is the one that tipped it to himself off the other guy's helmet or whatever the heck it was.
No, there's no, and there was also the throw, that deuce catch when it looked like they were playing 3 flags up in the first quarter. There was definitely some luck involved, but that's okay. That's fine.
So my main point, anyway, you get my point. But it goes into my next point, which is, I hope that we don't get too enthralled or, overexcited about Maeva. Obviously getting a good win. The biggest thing is, yes, because he's got a little bit more ability to run, it seems like maybe they allowed him to do a little bit more, but in my opinion, if they would have, I think Moss ran like 4 times in 9 games. 2 of them were for touchdowns, but they didn't let him run. In this game, Maeva ran maybe 4 times himself, but that's just enough. Like Sue said, just creating a little bit of doubt. But it wasn't just that. They ran motion behind the guy so that you had the fake, sweep or fly sweep to get the guy, to give somebody something to think about. They ran a tunnel screen where they actually, that Branch, actually caught moving forward for like the first time in 2 years. I mean, it's one of these things like, do they practice? So again, my main point is to say that I've put almost all the blame for our woes on Lincoln Riley and the way he's not allowed the offense to have any diversity in the run or pass game. And we had that again through the first quarter, by the way. Second and third and fourth quarter, much more diversity, just a little bit, enough that we had counters, it wasn't just giving the ball to Mark. It's, letting the middle linebacker and safety, release from the middle, and all of a sudden the middle's wide open for a 20-yard gain. And we were not doing that during the first 9 games. So anyway, you guys, Stewart probably knows this better than I do, but I mean, it's not just running the same play. Otherwise, he's going to get 2 yards, not 7 yards. There was enough diversity to make the run game work. And if we had been doing that with Moss, we'd have at least 3 more wins.
See, the only difference is that with Moss, it doesn't matter if you have all that motion in the backfield because you still only have 2 runners to choose from. So it doesn't matter if I go reverse or send a jet sweep motion or do whatever funky motions in the background to distract whatever run fit you may have. It doesn't change the fact that you only need to take care of 2 runners. Whereas for having Jaden in there, because now there's a threat for him to run the ball, if I send a guy in jet sweep motion, that's 1 run fit right there. So your defense has to bump. But they can't bump too much now because there's a chance that Jaden can go opposite and keep it and run opposite. So you have to keep somebody backside. And now because you have to keep somebody backside for Jaden and you have to bump at least 1 linebacker for the jet sweep or the reverse motion, now there's a light box for Woody. So it's a 3-way go now. So having Jaden back there just allows USC to pick 1 out of 3 options to run the ball either way, whether it's up the middle, whether it's RPO, or whether it's a jet sweep or reverse. So it's small things that Jaden does, even if he's not running the ball well, that a defense you just have to respect or you get burnt by it. And that's why Jaden was able to pull it in the fourth quarter on the goal line and score.
And also, too, I mean, taking Jaden's play and Miller's play out of things, I mean, it is possible that Jaden's presence on the field, his presence in the huddle, his presence at the line of scrimmage makes Lincoln Riley a better play caller. I mean, Lincoln might be more comfortable calling plays with a quarterback like Jaden Maeva. I think we saw today a number of plays that, were reminding me more of when we were watching this team the last couple of years, when I'd say, wow, great play right there, great play call right here. Whereas, SC's offense this year up to this point, it so many times kind of feels like they're a little more
Ron James had 10 second quarter points.
I mean, even today, though, I still feel like the offense wasn't as fluid as it could have been. And Jaden was obviously rusty, not playing all year long. He got fooled by a few pre-snap disguises and forced a lot of balls today. Some of them worked out for us, and some of them, one ended in a pick 6. And you could argue he should have had 2 more interceptions today. But overall, first game out there, having the whole playbook in his pocket, you can't complain with getting a dub because so far this season, we're used to losing these type of games. Like, it's set up the exact same way that we've lost the last 5 games. So this was a nice victory.
John, thanks for the call. Hey, Trojan fans, you want the inside scoop on this game and all things Trojans? Be sure to sign up for the 3 Torches presented by Smart and Final. It's a free newsletter that'll hit your email inbox 3 times a week with game info, player insights, and more. Go to usctrojans.com/3 Torches and sign up. Still really just getting started here. Plenty of calls to get to. 866-961-ESPN is our number. 866-961-3776. Give us a call. We're talking about USC's 28-20 win at the Coliseum today over Nebraska. And we got more of your calls coming up when we come back here on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
USC Football and Children's Hospital Los Angeles continue to support the pediatric needs of our community. For over 120 years, CHLA has been at the forefront of providing exceptional medical care for children across California. Recognized by U.S. News & World Report as the #1 children's hospital in California, CHLA has consistently ranked among the top national hospitals and has been on the honor roll of best children's hospitals since its inception. Whether it's routine care or life-saving treatment, families trust CHLA for its world-class pediatric care. To learn more, visit chla.org today.
Hi, it's Hannah, and welcome to the HannahCast. Today, Piggy Bank's gonna fuel our episode with questions about Arco rewards. Yep, earn up to $7 in rewards at sign-up. Uh-huh, and 5 cents on every gallon. Sounds pretty sensible, if you ask me. Oh, all this savings talk making you hungry? Here you go. Learn how to earn at arcorewards.com.
Offer valid until October 31st, 2024. By entering your phone number, you're agreeing to receive recurring automated informational and marketing SMS, MMS messages from Marathon. Consent not required for purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
USC Trojan fans, Smart Stop Self Storage is ready for game day. Smart Stop Self Storage is committed to making the self-storage experience easy and hassle-free for all Trojan fans. Whether you're storing your Trojans tailgate gear, need temporary storage while moving to a new home, or need a storage solution for your business, we're here for you with convenient locations throughout Southern California. Smart Stop Self Storage, the smarter way to store. Visit smartstop.com to reserve your space today. Fight on. Fight on.
Hey, Trojan fans, celebrate every Trojan win and enjoy the sweet taste of victory with a free donut at Ralph's the day after the win. Download your digital coupon from the Ralph's app to score your free donut at any Los Angeles area Ralph's store. It's our way of saying thanks. 1 free donut per customer with digital coupon, available the day after each Trojan victory while supplies last. Ralph's, fresh for everyone, and proud partner of USC Athletics. Fight on.
You're listening to USC Football on the all-new ESPN LA app and KNX 1070. News coverage continues on 97.1 FM. Fight on!
Whether it's before, after, or during the game, stop by Lazy Dog Restaurants at LA Live for handcrafted, made-from-scratch meals. LazyDogRestaurants.com.
Sua Cravens, Jason Schwartz here on Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. USC 28, Nebraska 20, the final score at the Coliseum today. Trojans 5-5 as they get back in the win column, back to 500, and now 1 win away from becoming bowl eligible with UCLA and Notre Dame remaining on the schedule. 866-961-ESPN, 866-961-3776 is the number. Give us a call. Let's get right back to it. Our next caller, we've got, we're going to go to Mitch. Mitch in New Jersey. Welcome back to the show, Mitch. What's going on?
Fight on, guys.
Fight on, Mitch.
Fight on.
You there, Mitch?
It seems like it was a month ago that we last played, and more than a month that we won.
Yeah, a lot's happened since you last played. That's for sure.
Time's going fast. Did I hear right? The next week's game at UCLA is at 8 o'clock your time.
Is it 8 or 7:30?
7:30.
7:30 kick next week, Mitch. That's 10:30 for you out there. Sorry, but you're used to it.
Really, I know. I mean, sometimes I think I sound better when I'm calling at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. But that's
I don't know about that, but you know, you come through.
Thanks. I guess the dollar is stronger out there than over here. I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with that. Well, I'm not going to take anything for granted, but I would love the icing on the cake if you beat Notre Dame. But at least 7-5 might get us to a bowl game, late in December. Maybe the third week, not the Yankees game. But it was.
I'll
great
take
game
any date
today.
in December.
Okay. Yeah. Well, if it was in the Bronx, then I have something to think about. I can shoot over there.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Okay.
You know, I have so many Alabama fans. Yeah, so I don't know. I'll be able to get somebody to come with me.
I thought you're in New Jersey.
Yeah, I'm exit 8. I'm in East Windsor. I think.
What's with all the Alabama fans?
Sue wanted to know East Windsor is exit 8.
You said Sue wanted to know?
Sue wanted to know. I think this is the last time we spoke, or maybe the game before that. I don't know. It was one of the losses. Quarterback guys better be getting good. You know, at the first half of the first quarter, he really didn't go to the run game, and I thought, you know, because the other quarterback is a good quarterback too, right? Oh, I like him. He's 5-star. I think he's a legitimate 5-star player.
I didn't see it today.
You didn't think so?
I didn't see it today. Sua?
Didn't see it.
If you had all our receivers, and I love finally, my boy Deuce is getting in the game. Zach kind of earned his 5-star recruiting bill net he got a year and a half ago. Love it. But besides Lane, I mean, Lemon's been your best wide receiver, and he seems like he only got like 2 targets, but I know he made a good catch in that second half. I think it was in the fourth quarter. Loved it. And I see a lot of holes, but it's against USC, so they don't want to throw the flag. They don't want the game to go too long. I noticed that. Maybe that's why we don't have a lot of sacks. But I like the freshman. Wide receivers played great, and Marks is a good running back. I think we'll see him on Sundays too.
All right, Mitch.
Mitch, man, we got to work on that internet connection, dog. The Wi-Fi or I don't know if you're rocking a Cricket Wireless, but we gotta get you upgraded over there. But no, you know,
speakerphone.
I want to see 5 stars be 5 stars, as I say every week. I feel like these recruiting sites just want to be buddy-buddy with a lot of these athletes, so they give them 4- and 5-star ratings to, you know, get inside scoops. But you can't look at stars anymore and decide, like, oh, this is going to be somebody who's good. So the 5 stars that we do have, I want to see them make explosive plays and put their names on the map. And Deuce and Zach are 2 5-stars that we brought in with high expectations, and as the season progresses, they're starting to live up to them. So I'm glad to see Zach get in the end zone, and I'm definitely happy to see Deuce get in the end zone.
Hey, exit 8, East Windsor, if you want to get over there and help Mitch out and be his IT guy. Can help him.
I have an Eero system at my house, so my Wi-Fi is great.
But yeah, I mean, look, with I think we've seen it enough this year with SC's receivers. I mean, it's a deep receiver room. There's a lot of talent out there, but you know, it's just one of those years, and we're not going to get that like number one guys. You don't know who it's going to be each week. It's going to be Kyron. Is it going to be Deuce? Is it going to be Makai? Like, who's going to be the guy? And I guess it's a good problem to have because there's a lot of guys out there who can make plays.
Yeah, and Makai's another 5-star. So, you know, I miss those days where we had like the Robert Woods and Marquise Lees of the world, where it was like, this guy's getting 12 targets even if he's triple teamed because he's that good. And I feel like we have that type of talent. Like, I feel like Deuce, with how big his frame is, should at least get 10 targets. Like, I'm looking at him every third down. If we're passing the ball, like, that is my first read every third down. But I just don't think that's how the offense.
Who would you say the last guy was we had that was like 15 targets no matter what, like Drake London?
Yeah. Drake London. Our offense was literally throw it up, he's down there somewhere. Yeah. And it would work. All else
He'd
fails.
have like 15 catches, and the next guy would have 2.
Yeah, so, I mean, you know.
It's a different time. Mitch, good talking to you, and we look forward to chatting with you again next week. Real late for you next week for sure, but we know you'll be there with us. Let's get to another caller before our next break. We'll go back out to Orange County. This time we got Michael in the OC. Welcome to Trojans Wrap Up.
What's up, guys? Thanks for taking my call.
Yeah, you bet.
Hey, just drive back for the game here.
What'd you think? What'd you think of those end zones?
Oh, great. Awesome. I love the look. I agree with you guys on that. Old school. Yeah, I love it.
Throwbacks. Nice.
I want to touch on the quarterback situation. You guys made some good points in that Lincoln Riley might be able to open up his playbook a little bit with more legs, running quarterback. But I don't feel like this change just didn't feel right. I think the inference or what it seems like is like too much was put on Miller, and it's not what's going on this season. It's not on him. He's a great quarterback, I think. And aside from like 2 late, really bad interceptions, right? That probably cost games, but that you could kind of pin on him. It was more of the full game, right? Like Michigan, I think we had that late run right through the middle where they beat us, right? That's not on Moss, obviously. I just feel like it's an interesting and kind of like I didn't feel it's a fair move to move him now. He could have come back from watching the game, which, by the way, guys, like everyone's talked about this, but they didn't run. We didn't run. Our running game has been really effective. We went against Washington, who has one of the worst running defenses, and we didn't run the first half. Right? You take some pressure off the quarterback with the run, right? And anyway, it's just a game that I feel like we messed up on the coaching side.
You're talking about this game or the Washington game?
No, I'm sorry. I was going back to the Washington game, talking about the whole Miller thing, right?
Yeah. Miller threw 2 picks that game.
Michael, I think the problem is that you're 4-5, and I agree with you. It wouldn't be fair to put the losses on Miller specifically on his shoulders, but at the same time, you're 4-5. You're on the brink here. The season you might miss a bowl game.
You got 7 picks in the last 5 games.
You got a bye week with a chance to install another quarterback. And I think people talk about like, oh, Miller Moss hasn't lost any of these games, but which games did Miller Moss win? I mean, it's not a bad thing to have a quarterback out there who can potentially make plays that help you win a game. And I'm not saying Miller didn't have positive plays and wasn't crucial to the wins SC's had this season. But I mean, they're 4-5 with the possibility of missing a bowl game. You got a bye week. I just I don't know if I'm seeing what you're seeing.
I hear that side of it for sure, but some of these games we could have been won, and they weren't on his shoulders necessarily, right? The losses. I don't know. It seems weird going into this game, Nebraska. I wasn't very happy about the performance today, right? I know it's his first game. Jaden, probably get some jitters out, right? He must be a solid quarterback if Lincoln's put him in, but I feel like Mott's going to come back, won this one, and then we're going into 2 huge games, right? UCLA and Notre Dame. So I don't know. I just hope.
No, that's fair, and I hear you. And for the record, Sue and I were talking about this off air. I mean, we both felt like the USC could have won today's game with Miller Moss at quarterback for sure. I mean, we don't think that this game was won because they made the switch. But again, I think you can just kind of feel it, right? Like the team is 4-5, 9 games into the season. Like the offense just wasn't getting going. It just wasn't clicking the way it should. That's not all on Miller, but it's desperation time. And I mean, you gotta get these wins, and certainly, I mean, if you were going to make a move and try to get a spark with the offense, like this was the time you were going to do it. You weren't going to wait a whole bye week and then have Miller start today and then go into and have Jaden Maiava go out there for the last 2.
Right. And the big risk, of course, is going into UCLA and then having Notre Dame at home and losing 2 of those huge games for SC, right? They're basically 2 rival games. So that's obviously a huge gamble, but yeah, we'll see. But I agree with you guys on those points.
All right, Michael, thanks for the call, man. Fight on.
I like a fan like Michael. I like a fan like Michael that can come in with a different perspective on a topic that has been heated for the last, I guess, 2 or 3 weeks. And instead of just getting toxic, like, oh, no, you don't know football. You're not a real Trojan. He's like, oh, okay. Like, from that point of view, like, I can see what you mean. But, hey, refreshing.
So you're telling callers out there, be like Mike?
I'm telling tweeters out there to be like Mike. Because, some of these people on Twitter are ridiculous. But, Mike, hey, appreciate the back and forth.
Appreciate you, Mike. Yeah, and I got to say something to the callers out there. I got to say something to the callers out there because you know what? I'm just saying we got some callers left in the queue. But we have noticeably fewer callers in the queue today than we have after these losses. And so I just want to say for all you out there, all of you out there, you know who you are because you call when we lose, and you're not calling us now to talk about a W. And I just got to say, shame on you. It's a chance for us all to be positive together here, huh? Chance for us all to be positive. No, we do have more calls to get to, though, and we do want to remind you, 866-961-3776 is our number. Trojans beat Nebraska today, 28-20. We're wrapping it up here on Trojans Wrap-Up, presented by Modelo. Still a few more segments, so still a chance to give us a call. And we'll get to more of those calls when we come back next here on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Welcome to the Postmates Wellness Retreat. Let's start by breathing. Phase in. Phase out. Picture a big, juicy burger with melted cheese on a toasted brioche bun. And it's all free of fees. Now let's make that vision a reality.
Go fee-free with Postmates. No delivery fee or service fee on eligible orders over $50. Offer terms and exclusions apply. See app for details.
Love staying ahead of the game with the latest tech? Meet Helium Mobile, the first phone carrier powered by the people. Experience coverage from the nation's largest 5G network and a network built by people like you. For just $20 a month, get unlimited talk, text, and data. Plus, earn crypto for contributing to the network, which you can use to pay your phone plan. Whether you're a USC Trojans fan, student, employee, or just trying to save a buck on your phone bill, Helium Mobile is for you. Make the switch today at HelloHelium.com. Fight on.
Tommy Trojan is at the 10, the 5, touchdown, USC!
Make big plays on the field and in life. With iTrust Capital, you can buy and sell crypto 24/7 with the tax benefits of a retirement account. That's right, invest in crypto with the tax advantages of an IRA. iTrust Capital is easy to use and has no sign-up fees. Don't be a Monday morning quarterback. Make big plays now. Visit iTrustCapital.com/USC to start investing today. The official cryptocurrency platform of the USC Trojans. Taxes and conditions may apply. These apply. Cryptocurrencies are a speculative investment.
USC men's basketball is looking for a 4-0 season start tomorrow night as they battle the Cal Golden Bears. Coverage tips off at 6 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Fight on!
Hey, Trojan fans, celebrate every Trojan win and enjoy the sweet taste of victory with a free donut at Ralph's the day after the win. Download your digital coupon from the Ralph's app to score your free donut at any Los Angeles area Ralph's store. And you can do that today because we won! Woo! Donuts, baby! I'm a Sugar Twist guy, in case anybody cares.
I think Sugar Twist is an underrated donut.
Your mother would be ashamed of you for saying that right now. Don't even. Sugar Twist is a great donut.
It's underrated. I said
underrated.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm projecting. I got mad. Sorry. We're on the same team.
The moment you disagree with Sua is like,
we're on the same team. Don't do this.
I know, but
don't go down this. You're still going down this alley. Don't do it. The moment you mishear Jason, he just turns it.
Every time I agree with you, it's just because I'm scared. I'm just scared. I'm like, I don't want to put up with this. I don't want to deal with this. 866-961-3776 is our number. This is Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. USC beats Nebraska today 28-20. Trojans 5-5, 3-5 in the Big Ten. One win away from bowl eligibility. It's the bowl eligibility bowl next week with SC and UCLA because they lost last night to Washington. They have to win their last two games to get to 6 wins. But they don't have Notre Dame in their final game. They got Fresno State. So
there's a difference.
A little bit. But yeah, next week, SC and UCLA, the bowl eligibility bowl. All right, but we're still talking about today's win, homecoming win for the Trojans, 28-20 over Nebraska. Do you think Nebraska's John Jackson, whoever he is on their radio broadcast, is like talking about the disrespect right now of scheduling the Cornhuskers for their homecoming games? JJ's always loving to talk about how when we get scheduled for other teams' homecoming games, it's disrespectful.
It is disrespectful. First of all, it is disrespectful.
Shout out JJ.
But no, Nebraska is mid. They're like a 5-game losing streak. Like, what are we talking about? This is the perfect team to schedule for homecoming. It's a nice, safe bet. And for you Nebraska fans that were talking real spicy before the game, shut up. Shut up. Y'all came all this way, enjoy the beach, and a long ride home with that L on your head top because y'all was talking mad spicy before the game, and then y'all had the nerve to try to step on our logo and then say, they were just praying. Shut up. You could have prayed anywhere else. It was intentional, and you lucky I wasn't dressed out because I would have came straight Myles Garrett, Mason Rudolph style with a helmet in hand. You heard?
It is a holy logo. There's something.
Don't step on the logo
something spiritual.
And then y'all talking crazy like y'all winning something. Like y'all are last place in the Big Ten, like second to last place. Y'all are better than Purdue. Oh, okay. Like, shut up before I get mad.
And rant.
Sorry.
All right. On that note, let's go to Pam. Pam seems like the perfect person to go to after that. Pam in Temple City.
We need a leveler.
Pam in Temple City, welcome.
Thank you, guys. I don't know if I can follow that app.
Sorry, Pam. Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. It's okay. I needed a little heat in here. I still don't have any, so that worked out good.
Oh, my God. Please tell me you're not paying rent this month. Your landlord.
I had to because they'll get rid of me if I don't.
Pam's
anyway.
Every week it's like next week's like locusts or
they're just ignoring me. But and I have COPD, so I thought I was going to end up in the hospital. But I told myself I can't go because I have to hear this game, so I stayed here and heard it. And I'm glad we won. Michael's from Orange County addressed what I was really going to bring up, so I won't do that with as far as Miller Moss. But a question I have, and you guys are my teachers, and I'm always a student of the game, and you guys are the best for me. So the one play where Nebraska was at the goal line, and they had to review whether that pass was complete or incomplete, and Jordan was saying that it was going to end up being a first down, and they'd have first and goal. But they ended up kicking a field goal. So did that mean it was because it was an incomplete pass and it ended up being fourth down, and that's why they had to kick the field goal?
I'm assuming we're talking about the one that was down in the corner near the goal line where the guy was kind of like falling out of bounds as he was catching it, and thought there might have been some PI on the play, uncalled. There was some uncalled PI against. They could have gone against SC today, but yeah, I think the one you're talking about, Pam, if I remember correctly, is that play. And yeah, they did not call it a completed catch, so it did not end up being a first down.
Oh, okay. And I wanted to give a shout out to KNX, because if it hadn't been for KNX, I wouldn't have been able to hear the game because I don't have technology. So I wish KNX would take Trojans live, and I wish they'd take men's and women's basketball too, because when the Lakers or the LA Kings or whatever are on it, I can't hear any of that stuff. So I'm just putting in a plea, and just in case, I'm going to wish you guys a happy Thanksgiving, because next week I'm going to a person's birthday who's turning 80, and if they have it in the evening, which I pray they don't, I may not get to call you guys, or at least I may not get to hear the game, so I won't have anything to say, but if I can, I will. But I hope you guys have a blessed Thanksgiving, and you guys make my week, even if we don't win, but I'm glad we did.
Oh, Pam, thanks so much, and happy Thanksgiving to you, too. And I do hope we get to chat next week, although next week's not Thanksgiving week, so we'll have UCLA and Thanksgiving week. But yeah, either way, Pam, thank you, and happy Thanksgiving to you, too, and have a great time at the 80th birthday bash.
So much, you guys.
What's so fun?
80th birthday and bash, I don't think go in the same sentence. That's going to be
just wait till your 80th birthday. That's going to be a bash.
It will not be a bash. Pam, I don't know if leaving your house is the best thing to do, because we're not going to pay rent, okay? You're not paying rent this month until that heat is fixed. And apparently you don't have internet either now.
How is it that Pam doesn't have technology, but her phone sounds crisp and good, yet Mitch has an iPhone, and we're like a roller coaster of sound every time he calls? Sorry, Mitch.
Mitch, sorry.
Mitch tweeted it at me, too. So
Don't mean to take jabs at you, Mitch, but if you can tweet, you can get better connection. They go hand in hand.
We got to get this sorted out. All right, let's go to our next caller. We're going to go out to Dallas. We got Nick on the line. Nick, welcome to Trojans Wrap Up.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Doing all right. Got a W.
Yeah, I think I spoke to you guys. I don't know, you guys too. Was it 2 weeks ago? I just said, let's just remain positive, take the bye week, go from there. Having saying all that, I didn't know we were going to do a quarterback change. Now, I saw the second half. I don't know if this made much of a difference though, but I think what the previous two callers said. I kind of agree with them. I don't know if it made much of a difference. So I just think that looking at this game, I think that it looked like kind of a refresh start, and I think we're a better team than what the record might indicate. We're 5-5. Honestly, me personally, I think we should probably be either 8-2 or 9-1. That's just my personal opinion. And moving forward, I think we'll beat Notre Dame and UCLA. And I just think, moving forward, I think we're just getting better. And I just think moving forward, everything's all mental from here on out. I mean, we beat a good Nebraska team, considering they are reeling. And I just think that we just have to mentally just get there, fight off the mental mistakes, and just move forward. And I think we'll finish off being 7-5. And I just think that some of the games, the close games that we should have won. As I said earlier, I just think that we should be 8-2 or 9-1 going into the game against Notre Dame. But everything's all mental from here on out, And I just think that it's a process. And also, before I go, I think in Lincoln's first year, I think we were ahead of the curve with the transfer portal, with Caleb being there, and then the second year, I think we kind of pushed back a little bit, though. We kind of got back to reality. And then this year, it was an adjustment just because this is his first year in the Big Ten. So I think moving forward after this year, I think we're going to get adjusted, get accustomed to the Big Ten style football, and we're going to get back to playing that USC football that we're accustomed to playing. So I think we USC fans will be okay. Let's not get impatient. Let's not jump to conclusions, and I think we'll be okay.
Nick, can I ask Nick what do you do for a living?
I'm a courier at FedEx, but I'm right now before. But
I thought you were going to say mental health expert.
Nick, you are absolutely, and we really appreciate the call and appreciate the vibes. I mean, you are the most positive caller that we get on this show, and I'll tell you what, I appreciate it. I really do.
Yeah, I'm just, because like I said, I've been an SC fan since Rodney Peete. I'm just, I'm looking at this team, and also let's just not forget though, in Sua. They're young too. They're also young. So you have to stay disciplined, and look at all these games. Let's go, we can let Minnesota, Penn State, Michigan. Who else am I missing?
Are you talking about the close losses? Like Maryland and Washington?
You can make a case, though, that SC should have won, all them games, if not maybe lost maybe one of them.
No doubt, and I think that's what really makes this such a frustrating season for so many USC fans, is that it does feel like USC should have won all those games, and the problem is that they didn't. They haven't.
Yeah, and I agree. And and I'm looking at the recruiting updates too online on YouTube. I think we're going to get our recruits too, and because this is USC, if you want to go ahead, if you recruit, you want to go ahead and play that cold weather in whether it would be Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State, fine. But there's also sunny. There's also this. There's also sunny California, palm trees and all. Like Lindell White said it best. Palm trees, the beach, the weather. He's like, yeah, I'm going to USC. There's no doubt about it. And he was coming from Colorado. Let's not forget that. I think the recruits will be fine. The recruits will be coming. And let's just be patient. I know
we need to get Nick on the recruiting trail. Is what we need.
We'll be fine.
I need Nick's voice recorded whenever I lose in fantasy each week.
Yeah, let's win these final two games against Notre Dame, UCLA first, and then Notre Dame, which I think will win, and let's move on to the summer because I just think everything here is mental from here on out. And, fight on, USC fans, and we'll be okay. Let's just not jump to conclusions. You can't catch the chickens till they hatch, and let's just go ahead and move forward and, and just play, obviously Big Ten football, and we'll be fine.
All right, Nick,
fine, okay?
Thanks, Nick. Appreciate it, man. Fight on. Fight on. What a breath of fresh air, huh?
Hey, I'm all about the positivity, but you know me.
Are you?
I like a dose of reality. I'm all about being real. I'm all about just being honest. And when you take your Band-Aid off, do you slowly lift it and hope that it doesn't hurt, or are you just like, whoosh, get it off? That's because I'm the rip it off type of guy.
Yeah, I think, that's
okay. I mean, look at my body. I have all these tattoos, dog. I mean, pain, it is what it is. The realistic view when you're going to get a tattoo isn't like, oh, it's not going to hurt that bad. It's going to be a great experience. You're going to have a nice tattoo. No, I go in there like, this is going to suck. And I'm going to be on the table for at least 9 hours. And the pain is only going to get worse as the day continues. But I want the tattoo that bad. So it is what it is. So that's just how I look at life. And if we're talking about USC football, USC loves, again, this is one thing I cannot stand about USC fans. I'm not talking about you, Nick. Just USC fans in general. Each year, they want to get the pat on the back of contender. You're a champion, or you're fighting for a championship, and this is the year. And USC is a force to be reckoned with, and you better not disrespect us. And then when we fall monumentally short of those expectations or those claims, it's, we just need to be patient, or it takes more time, or Sua, you need to relax and not be dramatic. No! Are you a championship contender, or are you not? Because if you aren't, then don't say those things beforehand, and then when everything hits the fan, it's, let's look at the bright side. There is no bright side if your end-all, be-all was a national championship, and then we are fighting for the Bahama Bowl, okay? It's Cancun on 3 if we don't win one of these next two. So
where did Cancun on 3 come from?
Pat Bev. I think he was talking crazy, and then he got sent on vacation, and yeah. But that's my whole grift with USC fans. They want they demand the respect and acknowledgement of a champion and the Reggie Bush days and Matt Leinart days. And then when we don't live up to 10, 11 win seasons, it's you're negative. You're so dramatic, and it's like, bro, again, not you, Nick. But those fans that act like that, shut up and take a dose of this reality.
How did we get here?
Because there was too much fluff. I had to get mines in. Razor blades and lemon juice.
So here we are, like, oh, Nick, thanks so much, man. Breath of fresh air. And so it was like, nope.
Nah.
Reel it back in. Hey, Trojan fans, there's a new blood donation competition happening among Big Ten schools, and a $1 million prize is on the line. If you bleed Cardinal and Gold, donate blood and submit for the USC Trojans at big10.org/Abbott before December 7th. Trojans wrap-up presented by Modelo, 28-20, the final score at the Coliseum today. Trojans beat Nebraska for homecoming. And it was a fun day at the Coliseum for sure. Voice of the Trojans, Pete Arbogast, chiming in here to let us know that he had a great time today. He had so much fun getting back in the win column and calling a good one, good atmosphere, good college football atmosphere, even with 21,000 Nebraska fans, according to Sua's sources.
Facetious. Don't do that. Don't do that.
But no, fun one for sure, and we're still taking your calls. 866-961-ESPN. That's 866-961-3776. We'll take a break. More calls when we come back on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Trojan fans, you may not think of yourself as an athlete, but everyday life is full of athletic feats. You bend, you reach, you lift, you twist until back, neck, or shoulder pain hits, which brings you to a stop. But whether you're an athlete or not, The Joint Chiropractic can help ease your pain and keep you on the active list. Visit thejoint.com today to get your first consultation, exam, and adjustment for just $29. The Joint Chiropractic, the official chiropractor of the USC Trojans.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of USC Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
There's no place like the road home. Anticipation in every mile with presents wrapped and bags packed. The joy of the journey and the glow of your destination in the headlights. There's no feeling like it. Pedal down, volume up.
Home, sweet home.
Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer during the Season of Audi sales event.
Ready to take your goals to the end zone? If you live in LA or Orange counties, a bank-beating loan from USC Credit Union could be your winning play. Whether it's purchasing a new or used car, earning credit card rewards, switching to clean energy, or buying your dream home, we've got competitive rates, quick approvals, and expert guidance to get it done. Make the winning play and fight on to savings with an affordable USC Credit Union loan today. Visit usccreditunion.org to get started. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Opportunity Housing.
This is USC Nebraska on the all-new ESPN LA app and KNX 1070. News coverage continues on 97.1 FM. Fight on!
Don't get that money. Look at that on my one. She rolling. Hey! We going platinum, baby! No 360 deals, Parker!
Whose song is this?
Oh, this is Big Susie. Big Sue and Lang. I am Susie and B Lang on the track, you know. This is a good one. You'll love it.
Man of many talents.
I'll send this to you. I used to write for Interscope in Atlantic and Sony. Okay, fun fact.
I've seen your music videos.
Back to back, I had to do it alone.
You got some legit music videos.
Yeah. No, I never wanted to be a rapper. I wanted to be like behind the scenes and writing because I just hate how, you're an athlete that raps. That whole little cliche is kind of cringe to me. So I just wanted to be a writer. So I still make songs and send them to people.
It's got a... Can you write a Trojans wrap-up theme song for,
I could.
For next season?
It'll cost you.
For next season?
It'll cost me. You. I mean, are you the one asking?
Can I split it with you?
Are you the one asking?
Well, it's your show. I mean...
Oh, now it's my show.
Well, it's our
now
show.
It's my show.
Oh.
I can write a song. I'll write a song for you. If you'll rap it, you can have all of it. You can have the publishing. You can have the writing credit. You can have it all. But you have to get in the studio, bar for bar, and rap it.
Done.
Y'all got that, right? Verbal agreement.
Done. Why not?
Notarized.
Why not?
Bam.
Why
hey,
not?
I cannot wait. I'm going to start working on it tomorrow. Don't even worry about it.
Well, sounds like a great use of your time. Trojans wrap up presented by Medela. Welcome back. Sua Cravens, Jason Schwartz. This is our show.
Yes, it is.
This is our show.
Yeah.
866-961-ESPN, 866-961-3776. Give us a call. Couple more segments left. Trojans beat Nebraska today, 28-20. As we've said a bunch, they are now one win away from bowl eligibility this year with UCLA and Notre Dame coming up. We'll talk more about that UCLA matchup in our final segment. Let's get to our next caller. We got Kyle. Kyle's calling us from the car. He's leaving the game. Kyle, welcome to Trojans Wrap Up.
Hey, guys. Fight on. What a win.
Kyle, fight on.
Yeah, just driving home with my dad. We enjoyed getting to this game. Last game we were at was Penn State. It was a rough end. But it's good to see the win. I just wanted to, first of all, comment on what you guys were saying before the break. I think our fan base can get a little tough. And I was a student. I graduated in 2016, and the 4 years I was a student, we went through 4 coaches, and every year was fire the coach. And, man, we got to get over that if we want to have a good program. That's not the way to look at it, at least I think. But appreciate it today. The play I wanted to bring up was the block field goal, because that was just one of those plays in the fourth quarter where I was like, oh, man, this is kind of that make or break it. Are we going to be able to recover from that? And I was so glad that tonight we did. Tonight we were able to get it back and keep going.
To be honest, and this is no offense to our specialists on the team, but I don't want to see us kick any more field goals this year. I don't want to see it. I'm tired of seeing gimmies get missed or blocked, and I'm just if it's a 50-50 chance, I guess every time it's a 50-50 chance for a kick to get blocked or.
I mean, you would hope it's better than 50-50.
I mean, you would hope, but I like technically speaking, it's either going to get kicked
good or
be
blocked. I mean, I don't know if it's
25%.
I wouldn't say 50-50. You don't see blocks that often.
Well,
Kyle, what do you think?
You'd like to beg to differ with our team.
I mean, you don't see him blocked often, but we've just had such close games in the fourth quarter where you see that happen, and you really have to wonder what the team's thinking. Whatever. I mean, I'm curious what you guys were thinking.
That play
do you
definitely
think that was
felt
going
like
to be a turning point?
That play, that blocked kick, definitely felt like it was in line with the story of the season. I mean, it was just kind of like one of those.
Seems to happen all the time.
One of those. Here we go. You know. Whatever it may be, if it's a pick in the fourth or a fourth down we don't get, or a block kick, yeah, certainly that's kind of the way the season's been going. So agree with you, Kyle. It was great to see him come back and put that drive together to get that touchdown there late in the fourth, coming off that block.
Yeah, thank God. Hopefully we can do that the next couple of weeks as well. Keep it going.
Yeah, Kyle, feel that, man. What are you going to be at the Rose Bowl next week?
Oh, I wish. I'll be watching though.
All right, man. Any score prediction from you?
Oh,
this is Sua's job. It isn't like predicting scores anymore, so we're going to give it to you, Kyle.
Oh yeah, sure. Easy job. No, let's get him by 2 touchdowns.
All right, so with 35-21.
Oh, that sounds great. As long as it's not by 1 score in the fourth quarter, I'm okay.
All right, Kyle. Sounds good, man. Thanks for the call. Hope you had a good time at the game today.
Yeah, we definitely did. Thank you so much. Fight on.
Fight on.
You love to turn on me. Just whenever a caller comes and you guys get to chucking it up.
You're so sensitive, man. You're so sensitive.
This is your show. Don't even worry about it.
Thank you. Okay, sure. Hey, Trojan fans, fight on and fly on with ONT. Ontario International Airport is a proud sponsor of our USC Trojans. Visit SoCalSoEasy.com to book your journey through ONT today. 866-961-3776, the number to call. We got 1 segment left after this one, so give us a call and let us know what your thoughts were on today's game or what your thoughts are on the season moving forward. What about your thoughts on this, Sua? Oregon trailing late in the third in Madison, 13-6. Wisconsin up on the undefeated Ducks.
Please don't lose, Oregon. Please don't lose. Oh, if it's not going to be us, I want one of the original Pac-12 teams to show out in this conference. And Oregon already has. They beat Ohio State. They're going to be in the Big Ten championship. But, please don't lose to Wisconsin, man. They got coaches getting DUIs over there, dog. Come on, you can't lose to them.
Did I just lose the score? No, 13-6. Yeah, 1:35 to go in the third. Oregon's got the ball in Wisconsin territory around, looks like the 35. So, and that'll be an interesting one to keep an eye on. Tied 17-all at the half in Athens, Tennessee, and Georgia. It's a good one.
Georgia's so overrated. Can I rant real quick?
Never.
No?
Of course.
I mean, it's your show. It is
your show. You can do whatever you want, man.
I'm just so sick and tired of hearing how dominant these SEC teams are. Each and every offseason, we hear how, this team is just dominant. They've reloaded. They're top 5 class. They're unstoppable. Compare them top to bottom. And then when those teams that were just so dominant, quote unquote, for those who aren't watching and can't see my fingers, when they lose, and not just lose multiple times, and even escape against teams with 5 or 6 losses, and they should have lost, the narrative immediately shifts from how dominant said team was to, that schedule's a gauntlet. It has to be one or the other. They both cannot coexist because they contradict each other. Either you're as dominant as a team we've seen, and you should go undefeated or lose one game at the most because you're so dominant, or you're not as dominant as they portray you to be, and you can lose any week because of the tough schedule. That both cannot exist at the same time. And I'm so sick. I saw College Game Day this morning, how they were like going through mental gymnastics to try to make it an excuse for 4 or 5 SEC teams to get in over undefeated teams or one-loss teams. And they're like, well, these 3 losses are quality loss. It's like, what are we talking about at this point?
And was it Feinbaum the other day complaining about like the favorability towards Big Ten schools and like the CFP or something like that?
But I don't know. All I know is this morning I saw 3 grown men on Game Day that I'm very fond of as a childhood fan of Game Day talking circles about how these 3 SEC losses are more impressive than that one loss. It's like, when do the games matter? Because I'm pretty sure if there were 5 SEC teams that had 1 loss or 2 loss, and there was a 3-loss Big Ten team, you wouldn't even hear about that Big Ten team. You'd be like, oh, this SEC, everybody can get. It's exhausting, and it defeats the whole purpose of the 12-team playoff and the parameters to qualify for the playoff. It's annoying.
Let the record show it took until, week 10? Is this week 10? Week 10? For your first SEC rant out of nowhere on the show. That I could have just said, you know what? That was not live. We actually clipped that from our show 3 years ago, and then another one 2 years ago, and then last year.
Just let me have my moment, man.
I'm surprised it took us this long.
Just let me have my moment. It doesn't make sense. Can you agree that it doesn't make sense?
No, I'm on board with you.
Okay.
I am.
That's nice to hear. I wasn't expecting you to agree with me. I'm speechless.
Well, I just don't want to go down that road.
Oh, you're fearful right now, and that's why you agreed.
All right, one last chance to call in here, 866-961-ESPN, 866-961-3776. Trojans beat the Cornhuskers 28-20, 5-5 on the season. You're listening to Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. One more segment when we come back on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Trojan fans, are you ready to fight on? Fruitist Blueberries got your back. All across the gridiron, straight into the end zone, our berries pack flavor and crunch into every bite. Like a tribute to Troy, these berries will keep you cheering from the stands. Get ready for Fruitist Blueberries, the ultimate super fruit snack. Delicious, healthy, and always ready to win. Taste the sweet victory in every bite. Snack smarter, snack Fruitist, because even our berries fight on. Available in stores near you.
USC Trojan fans, Smart Stop Self Storage is ready for game day. Smart Stop Self Storage is committed to making the self-storage experience easy and hassle-free for all Trojan fans. Whether you're storing your Trojans tailgate gear, need temporary storage while moving to a new home, or need a storage solution for your business, we're here for you with convenient locations throughout Southern California. Smart Stop Self Storage, the smarter way to store. Visit smartstop.com to reserve your space today. Fight on. Fight on.
USC Football and Children's Hospital Los Angeles continue to support the pediatric needs of our community. For over 120 years, CHLA has been at the forefront of providing exceptional medical care for children across California. Recognized by U.S. News and World Report as the #1 children's hospital in California, CHLA has consistently ranked among the top national hospitals and has been on the honor roll of best children's hospitals since its inception. Whether it's routine care or life-saving treatment, families trust CHLA for its world-class pediatric care. To learn more, visit chla.org today.
Tommy Trojan is at the 10, the 5, touchdown, USC!
Make big plays on the field and in life. With iTrust Capital, you can buy and sell crypto 24/7 with the tax benefits of a retirement account. That's right, invest in crypto with the tax advantages of an IRA. iTrust Capital is easy to use and has no sign-up fees. Don't be a Monday morning quarterback. Make big plays now. Visit itrustcapital.com/USC to start investing today. The official cryptocurrency platform of the USC Trojans. Taxes and conditions may apply. Fees apply. Cryptocurrencies are a speculative investment.
USC men's basketball is looking for a 4-0 season start tomorrow night as they battle the Cal Golden Bears. Coverage tips off at 6 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Fight on!
No? Come on, man. Not on your show.
This is a fresh instrumental, though. I definitely would use this for a cypher beat.
So let's hear it.
Huh? What I have to say is not for the kids. I'll let you rip. I'll let you live. No, I'm not going to start. I'm not going to start.
I think you just did.
You know, it's a habit.
866-961-3776 is our number if you want to call. Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. Final segment here as we wrap up homecoming today. Trojans beating Nebraska 28-20 to get back in the win column. 2 weeks left in the regular season, which is crazy. Can't believe we're here. At UCLA next week and then home against Notre Dame. And we'll talk about those in a moment. But first, time for Sua and I to pick our Arco top-tier performances of the game. Sua, you want to go first? You want me to go first this week?
You go first.
You want me to go first this week? Whoever I sound, you're going to be like, that was my guy. No, I'm going to go... I'm gonna keep it rolling with Woody Marks. He was playing through the flu today. He had that injury late, came back, still had big runs, 19 carries, 146 yards, broke 1,000 yards rushing on the season. First USC running back with a 1,000-yard season since Rojo back in 2017. Didn't get in the end zone today, but Woody Marks continues to be the steady MVP for the Trojans this year.
Okay. That's pretty good. I'm going to go Jalen Smith. Just because
defense.
Just because he's been out of the lineup and first game back against a 5-star quarterback and he got a pick and he plays well. I think he's going to be our staple corner going forward, and if he returns, he's not a senior.
6 tackles for him today, too.
He's playing well.
Third on the team.
So, yeah, Jalen Smith. Go with a DB. Show the DB some love.
All right, those were our Arco top-tier performances of the game. All right, moving forward, we've talked a bit about it, but next week, the Bowl Eligibility Bowl. SC at UCLA, 7:30 kick at the Rose Bowl. Trojans trying to take the victory bell back, and, look... I don't really know how to feel about this game. I mean, SC's going to go into it with a better record than UCLA. UCLA lost yesterday at Washington. They're under 500 on the season. They need 2 wins to become bowl eligible. They got us, and then they got Fresno State to finish it off. But I mean, I see it being a close game.
I will never, ever give UCLA any type of credit, so I think it's going to be a blowout. I say 75-0, and I would never...
Kyle already took your score prediction, so you don't...
I guess it really is your show. Yeah, it's not going to be close. I don't think it's going to be close.
Not going to be close.
No, I can't. Who are those guys? Like, come on now. Teddy bears? Come on, my kids sleep with a teddy bear. There's nothing fearful about that.
Might be a chilly one at the Rose Bowl. 7:30 kick.
Who decides these times? These
TV networks.
This is like our 4th 7:30 kickoff game.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they're just thinking that they can. It's going to be a pretty local interest type of game without, big time.
Nobody's watching.
Big Ten implications in this one.
So why can't you give us the 10 a.m. game or 11 a.m. game?
You want to play UCLA at 10 a.m.?
Yes, 100%. Yes.
Yeah. No one else wants that.
Bro, give us the 11 a.m. game that comes on right after college game day. Let us knock out this crosstown rivalry and go about our day. Like 7:30? Come on, bro.
Yeah, it's going to be a late night here on Trojans Wrap-Up.
That's so annoying.
All right, Sue, any final thoughts before we say goodbye and finish off the show
to the people
win over Nebraska?
To the people that just tuned into the show for the first time, maybe like your second time, me and Jason actually like each other. We just give each other a hard time. Just felt like I should disclose that.
This is the show.
This is the show.
This is the show.
Yeah. We don't hate each other, only until the cameras roll, and that's when we can't stand each other's guts. But after that, we actually do nice things for one another, like, tickets to Dolphins game or
getting you sunglasses,
some lunch, some dinner.
Sue, are you trying to list off things right now that you've only done for me?
I'm just trying to disclose to the fans that we look after one another.
She's like, I do a lot for this guy.
That's how you received it. Maybe that's your conscience saying it's time to gift me with a little something. I don't know.
I think I
need a new Xbox controller. Black Friday is around the corner.
I think it's time to get going.
Elite controller, please, with extra panels. Thanks.
All right. The final score is presented by Wells Fargo, the official retail bank of USC Athletics, and today's final score was USC 28, Nebraska 20, in the debut of Jaden Mayava as USC starting quarterback. Sua, any final thoughts on the game today?
I think that we need to be a lot better to beat Notre Dame. I think we can play this type of game to beat UCLA, but if you want to go 3-0 to finish the year, we got to be a lot better.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for all your calls. Again, USC's next game is next week at the Rose Bowl against UCLA, 7:30 kickoff from Pasadena, which means our coverage will begin with the Trojan Tailgate Show at 5:30 on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network. The executive producer for USC football is Matt Wells. Our producer is Rick Cutler. And in the studio is Brian Cohen with Jose De La Roca on highlights. For Sua Cravens, I'm Jason Schwartz. Once again, Trojans beat Nebraska 28-20. This has been USC Trojans Wrap-Up. Fight on, everybody.
You've been listening to the USC Football Wrap-Up Show presented by Modelo.
An exclusive presentation by USC Sports Properties and Playfly Sports.
Stay tuned right here on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA USC Trojan Media Network. Presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. All week long for everything USC Trojans. Fight on.
Fight on.